Hello दोस्तों. Slither Host is back with another video. And finally, Champions League की पूंगी बच चुकी है. The Champions League 2026-27 is finally here. And आज इस वीडियो पे हम लोग बात करेंगे What is the fixture for the Champions League 27-26-77 looks like? कौन सी team is in a winning position after the draw? Which team is in the losing position after the draw? We'll cover all these things in this video. So let's get this video started. देखो, first of all, Champions League draws or the spots, right? Let's talk about the pots. How the spots are decided. So the spots of four, we have four pots: pot one, pot two, pot three, and pot four. And there are 9 teams within each of the pots. So total 36 teams now participate in the Champions League. Now, ये पॉट कैसे डिसाइड होता है? These pots are basically decided based on the UEFA club coefficient of these clubs. Suppose I follow Manchester United, right? So now Manchester United का last 5 season में UEFA will look at their performance in be it Champions League, Europa League or Conference League, how deep our run was, एंड देन उस हिसाब से लास्ट 5 ईयर का रिकॉर्ड के हिसाब से दे विल डिसाइड द क्लब कोएफिशिएंट. एंड अगर तुम्हारे क्लब का क्लब कोएफिशिएंट अच्छी है, यू विल गेट प्लेस्ड इन द पॉट वन. अगर तुम्हारे क्लब लास्ट 5 ईयर्स पे हैव मेड डीप रन्स इनटू द चैंपियंस लीग और यूरोपा लीग, योर टीम विल बी प्लेस्ड इन द पॉट वन. देन पॉट टू, पॉट थ्री, पॉट फोर, जो अदर 27 क्लब्स रहते हैं, अगेन उनका यूएफा क्लब कोएफिशिएंट देखा जाता है फॉर द लास्ट 5 ईयर्स एंड दे आर प्लेस्ड इन पॉट टू, पॉट थ्री, पॉट फोर. आई होप दैट्स क्लियर. एंड नाउ देयर इज AI. वो AI बैठा हुआ है उधर. 36 क्लब्स पॉट वाइज दिया जाएगा भाई को, एंड भाई क्या करेगा? भाई रैंडमाइजेशन करेगा एंड they'll assign 8 matches for each of the club. पॉट वन, पॉट टू, पॉट थ्री, पॉट फोर के हिसाब से ही AI is responsible in deciding this kind of fixtures. सब कुछ AI के हाथ पे है भाई, सब कुछ AI पे जा रहा है. But with further ado, let's just go through fixtures for the top clubs, the pot one club specifically. Let's see कौन सी club, be it Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, कौन सी क्लब को most favorable oppositions मिला in the Champions League. Let's see how the fixture is looking like for the Champions League 2026-27. So let's start it. So let's look at Paris Saint-Germain, the last 2-time Champions League winner. Paris Saint-Germain at home, Barcelona, away Manchester City, Roma, Aston Villa, Galatasaray, Villarreal, Bratislava and Como. नाउ पेरिस का जो फिक्सचर मेरे को दिख रहा है, दैट इज काइंड ऑफ टफ. अगर बार्सिलोना देखोगे, ऑब्वियसली अंडर हांसी फ्लिक बार्सिलोना इज परफॉर्मिंग रियली वेल, बट बार्सिलोना चैंपियंस लीग रन, आई विल से it's off and on, right? So but it's gonna be a very very high octane game. It's gonna be a game, a very significant game in the whole Champions League. Then you have Paris Saint-Germain versus Man City, which is again going to be a great game. Roma, Dabala's Roma, Manu Kone's Roma. I think Roma for this particular season is going to be a dark horse in Syria. Not in the Champions League. I'm not sure how deep Roma's run will be in the Champions League, but Roma is a good club, a club you should look for. Aston Villa under Unai Emery, you know the pedigree of Unai Emery in the club competitions. You can never count Aston Villa out. So a very good opponent, a very good game. Galatasaray Villarreal is a great game. It's going to be a good match as well. And Bratislava Como under Cesc Fabregas is definitely a team to recognize. So Paris का अगर मैं बात देखूँ group league पे, it's quite tough, but still Paris Saint-Germain, the team that they have, they should be top it in the Champions League result table, right? Now let's look at Bayern Munich. They have Arsenal at home, Atletico Madrid away, Real Betis, United, Bodo Glimt, Lille, Slavia Praha and Vikings. Again, Bayern Munich also has a tough draw, also has a tough path in the group stage. Arsenal is definitely the game of the game of Bayern Munich, right, in the Champions League. This match is gonna decide a lot. This match is gonna be the toughest one for Bayern Munich. Then you have Atletico Madrid. Again, Atletico Madrid is off and on, right? Unka koi, at that day they're the best club in the world, but they have off days as well. Real Betis, United. I'm not sure about United how they're gonna do, but let's be hopeful. Bodo Glint, last Champions League, Kadakos. It's gonna be a great match. You can't take Bodo Glimt lightly. Then you have Lille, then you have Slavia Praha, Vikings, Scandinavian country. It's an away match for Bayern Munich. It's very tough to go to the Scandinavian countries, play there, and win the match. So Bayern Munich overall, of medium complexity, or not a very hard one, but not a very easy path for them. Now let's look at Real Madrid. Okay. Real Madrid has quite a good or easier path, I'll say. Real Madrid is playing against Inter home, Arsenal away. This is going to be the toughest match of Real Madrid. Then PSV, Roma, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, Lask, and AEK Athens. I think the only match where Real Madrid can lose is Arsenal one. Mourinho ka pedigree, Champions League pedigree, I totally trust. Other than that, the Arsenal game, Inter game can be a bit tricky, but other than these two games, Real Madrid should win rest of the 6 games easily, and they should be in the top 8 of the league table. Then you have Liverpool. Okay, Liverpool का भी a good or easier path है. In the Champions League group stage, they have Atleti. Again, Atleti is very they can play really good at their day, but again they're not that consistent. You have Inter, again a tough game, but winnable for Liverpool. Then a Porto, Club Brugge, Villarreal, Fenerbahce, Lens, and Lask. I think these are the two tough games that Liverpool are gonna have. I think both the matches are winnable for Liverpool. Apart from these two, all the 6 games are easily available for them. So Liverpool has also an easy path. Let's look at Inter now. Inter is playing against Liverpool at home, Real Madrid away, Club Brugge, Dortmund, Shakhtar, Feyenoord, Stuttgart, and Bratislava. Again, Inter is having what do I say? It's not that tough, but it's not that easy as well. But I'll say it's more leaning towards an easy path. So if you look at Liverpool and Real Madrid, these two games will be tricky for Inter. But other than these two, all the other games winnable. Dortmund maybe थोड़ा fight they again. Club Brugge, which is very good in this kind of club competitions, always there. Shakhtar is winnable. Feyenoord is winnable. Stuttgart is always a good team in the Bundesliga, but still I think Inter is gonna finish in the top 8. Then Manchester City. Okay, Manchester City. Okay, so now Manchester City has kind of a tricky path. Not very hard, but it lies between hard and easy. You have Paris Saint-Germain, you have Barcelona, two tough games. Sporting CB is also gonna be a good game. Porto, good game. Napoli, home. Napoli is a good team. Let me tell you. Leipzig is also gonna be a tricky game. Lens is gonna be a tricky game as well. So yeah, Manchester City has a medium to hard path in the Champions League. Now, if you look at Arsenal, I think two tricky games are there: Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Rest of the games are against Dortmund, Betis, Lille, Napoli, Sabah, and Slavia Praha. All the 6 other games are winnable for Arsenal, and Arsenal has a tremendously well machined, proper team right now. They're gonna win. I think they'll win all of their matches, and they're gonna finish first in the Champions League group stage. But I'll come up with the prediction video later. But Arsenal is definitely might win all of their matches. I'm not sure about the Real Madrid one, because you never count Real Madrid out, right? And then let's come to Barcelona. They have Manchester City and Paris, two of the tricky games. Obviously, Paris very tough to beat. Obviously, and it's in Paris Saint-Germain's home as well. Manchester City home match, and then you have Aston Villa, Sporting, Feyenoord, Galatasaray, Como, and Sabah. Aston Villa can be a tricky match. Unai Emery again, but I think they can win the rest of the 6 matches except this Manchester City and Paris. These are the two tricky matches for Barcelona. But other than these two, they should be winning all the other 6 matches. Then you have Atleti. Oh my God, it looks tough for Atleti, right? Oh my God. So they have a hard path. So Bayern Munich, obviously a top match, top team. Liverpool, United can also defeat Atleti at their day. PSV gonna be a good match. Fenerbahce, Bodo Glimt, you can never count them out. Bodo Glimt, Dark Horse of previous Champions League, Viking and Stuttgart. So Atleti has a tough path to the Champions League in the group stage. Then Dortmund. Okay, Dortmund has. It looks like Dortmund has the toughest. Among all the big clubs, Dortmund has the toughest path to the Champions League round of eight. Yeah, so Inter, Arsenal, Real Betis, Aston Villa, Villarreal, Bodo Glimt, AK Athens, Sabah. I think all these 5 games till Villarreal is gonna be will be tricky. Bodo Glimt again a tricky match because Bodo Glimt can play really well, and then you have AK Athens and Sabah. These 2 games are winnable for Dortmund, but I don't think Dortmund is gonna finish in top 8. But again, you have chance, right? You have chance. So this is the fixture for the Champions League 2026-27, and among all the top teams, I think Dortmund has the toughest opponents or toughest path in the Champions League round of 36. And I will say, Real Madrid has the easiest path among all the teams because only Arsenal they can't beat in the face value right now. So the Real Madrid has the easiest path to the Champions League. Again, if you look at Barcelona, they have 2 teams, and a team like Aston Villa, you can't. Arsenal has good teams as well, Napoli, Dortmund. But if you look at Real Madrid, only this game is tricky. This game Real Madrid can get defeated, but against Inter, I mean Inter is playing well. When in the first match Inter has scored 4 goals, but I still think Inter is against Real Madrid they're gonna lose. So yeah, Real Madrid is the winner of the Champions League fixtures or the draw that has happened today morning, and definitely Dortmund is the loser of the Champions League. And along with Dortmund, I think Paris has a really good a medium to hard path as well to the Champions League 2026-27. So yeah, so Real Madrid is the winner of the draw and Dortmund is the loser of the draw. So this is the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in another video. Bye bye.